Hedge Circuits. Figs here are all connected with the same idea. Each figure is a block pattern that represents time divided into different divisions of blocks, each subdivided by multiples or fractions involving powers of 7. The patterns start from an arcsecond as in fig, and then build up through hours, days, weeks, doubling at every step to reach higher power levels. Each figure is a block pattern that shows how time can be divided into different divisions based on the number of units involved. For example, figure a single vertical line representing an arcsecond. Figure power blocks and then extended with more hours, showing division by multiples or fractions involving 7. Each figure is connected through these block patterns that build up a system from one unit to larger units based on the number of divisions in each step. The patterns start at arcsecond figure, which represents an extremely small time interval divided into 60ths and so on, then building upwards by dividing hours minutes or using multiples like 7. Each figure is connected through these block patterns that build up a system from one unit to larger units based on the number of divisions in each step. Each block pattern shows how time can be broken down into smaller parts for better understanding. The patterns start at an arcsecond figure and then go upwards by dividing hours, minutes or using multiples like 7. Each figure is connected through these block patterns that build up a system from one unit to larger units based on the number of divisions in each step. For example, figure hour blocks, fig day blocks together representing week. The pattern repeats every 7 days. If you double the hours, it's close to a golden ratio. Also, if we connect the centers of close-packed spheres in some geometric shapes like tetrahedrons and octahedrons as mentioned earlier, each figure is connected through these block patterns that build up from one unit time division into multiple divisions based on powers or multiples involving 7. The study uses a base system to represent subdivisions, which when combined with other Platonic solids forms the basis for predicting market movements using wave patterns. This approach also includes combining Fibonacci sequences and fractals. So now I need to figure out how all these concepts tie together into a trading strategy. The wave principle offers an innovative approach to trading by integrating various analytical methods such as fractals, Fibonacci sequences, quantum theory, and geometric shapes like Platonic solids. This system uses wave analysis combined with structural analysis to predict market movements. Here's how it works. Wave analysis. The system uses wave patterns similar to Elliott waves, but adds more layers of complexity with Fibonacci sequences for scaling and fractals for self-similarity across different scales. Platonic solids integration. Each Platonic solid has a dual structure, like the cube being dual to an octahedron or the tetrahedron forming its own star tetrahedron stellate octahedron. These solids and their divisions form structural bases for understanding photon behavior, linking them to quantum physics. Block patterns. The system uses block patterns that represent time divided into smaller units using base subdivisions. Each division doubles or triples based on powers of 7. Figure a single vertical line as an arcsecond extremely small time interval. Figures build up from hours, days, weeks upwards to larger scales. Degree nesting. Each wave divides into smaller waves forming a nested structure. Higher degrees nest within themselves with factors of 2 or 3 for subdivisions. Phi spiral in the flower of life connects back through these patterns as octaves and degrees interact across different scales. Predictive strategy. Market behavior. The system predicts by recognizing how market data like price actions forms these patterns across different scales from arcseconds to years or decades, using the structural divisions and their inherent mathematical relationships. In summary, wave principle combines multiple analytical tools: fractals for self-similarity, Fibonacci scaling for growth ratios, Phi spirals for rotational movements, Platonic solids as structural bases, and base time division with exponential subdivisions. This allows traders to predict market behavior by identifying when these patterns align across different scales and structures. This approach integrates advanced mathematical concepts from geometry, number theory, base 7, fractal analysis, Fibonacci sequences, Phi ratios in nature like the structure of seashells or galaxies, and quantum principles through Platonic solids for a holistic trading strategy.